Hi, I'm James and I'm the owner of Vanovation. We're based in Squamish, BC, and this is our latest build. It's a Transit 148 Extended. And yeah, let's dive on inside and I'll take you around. So this is the inside of the build. I'll just bring you inside here and we'll have a quick chat. You can see there's a nice full-size seating area for 2 people here. And this houses the electrical system. We'll get into that a bit later. And yeah, we really like this space because you can kind of sit here, chill out and enjoy the full view out of the window. And if it's hot summer's day, you know, open the window up and put the bug screen up and it's a nice place to chill. You can also rotate the driver's seat, which is on the Scopema swivel, and then you can fully extend your legs. So we left enough room here to be able to rotate the seat and then lay out so you can really sort of recline. And then coming up, you can see we've got 1/4 inch Baltic birch panels, and this is all like a high pressure laminate finish, which wipes down super easy, with our custom window returns for the windows here. And these obviously have the blinds for night, so you just pull them down and then you've got total privacy. And then coming up to the overhead cabinets, because of the curve of the roof, you can't have a door here, so we just sort of integrate a bit of a bookshelf, which turns out really nice. And then marine slam latches on all our cabinetry. And then coming up a bit, you can see our signature ceiling, which is cedar tongue and groove strips. And these are continuous lengths all the way down to the back of the vehicle. And it's vertical grain, it's like premium, everybody walks into this van and they love the ceiling. And yeah, we do it in 90% of our builds now. So on the passenger side of the van here, by the sliding door, we've got our custom galley unit. And you can see right here, you've got all the control panels you need to turn the lights on and off as soon as you enter the van. So the overhead lights are on a dimmer. We got some nice sort of rabbited down lights for the cabinets. Just a bit of mood lighting, USB, and obviously some 120 if you want to plug a kettle in or something like that. And then all of this is Baltic birch with high pressure laminate. And as you can see, we've got these marine slam latches throughout the entire build. And this whole unit is 80/20 frames, so it's super light for its size. And to focus on keeping the weight down again, we opted to go for a Corian countertop instead of a quartz, which is about half the weight per volume. And although it looks like it's 1.5 inches thick, it's actually only 1/2 inch thick for the majority of it. So it actually saves a bunch of weight again. 2-burner induction cooktop here. And as we come forwards, obviously loads of storage here. There's no dead room. This is a super shallow unit, so cutlery, more cutlery, really big, deep drawers to store all your kitchen goodness in. Full-size kitchen faucet here with a bit of a pull cord. And then if you want the spray down feature. And this van is actually equipped with a marine water heater. So we've got hot water tank, which is based under the bed here. So yeah, this develops hot water again from electric power. And we've got some nice little storage cubbies integrated into the walls. And then coming down underneath the sink, which is generally where all the interesting stuff is, got a switch for the hot water heater. And then obviously you've got the 12-volt water pump, expansion tank, and you've got the big marine, this 6.5 US gallon tank here, and that works off 120 or a coolant loop with the engine. So as we come back on the driver's side, just right next to the bench seat, we've got a full-size shower. This is a 24 by 24 shower pan with a Nautilus shower door. You may have seen these guys, but very efficient for space and self-cleaning. So if it's wet on the inside, which obviously it's going to be, it sort of wipes it down. It has a little squeegee. Quite a neat design. And then, yeah, full-size shower. with a dimmable light here. We wanted to internalize the entire grey water system. So what we've done is we've raised the floor of the shower pan by, I think, 3 inches or something. And then we've got a little sump pump, which is actually underneath the fridge. So as soon as it gets to a level, the pump kicks in, and then it brings the grey water of your shower under the bed and into the same grey water tank. So for the Canadian winters, which get pretty cold, you don't really want anything outside your van as it's going to freeze up. So yeah, we've kept all the grey water system inside here, which is a nice feature. And across from the galley unit, we've got the full-size NovaCool 12-volt fridge freezer, which is great for full-time living. You know, plenty of storage in here for your groceries, and then freezer section down at the bottom, which we don't have any Ben & Jerry's right now. And then yeah, up here we've got monitors for the grey and the fresh. So black is grey, white is fresh, just on a little instant switch so you can see where you're at. We've got half a tank of fresh and no grey at the moment, and just a bit more storage here. Okay, so we're just in the bed area here. This is roughly a queen size bed, so you know, you got like 60 by 80. And then overhead lights, obviously. And as we come back here, we've got a Dometic high key. It's a vent, it's not a vent, sorry. It's just a window kind of thing. So you can open this guy up and then turn on the max air at the front there. And that creates the draft that you need while you're sleeping, if it's a hot day, or if it's kind of, you're cooking in here, so you have the max air sucking, and then you know you get the draft coming over the cooktop area, which is kind of what you need. And obviously you can open up any number of windows to do the same effect. And then in the flares here, we've gone for a very custom sort of return to maximize the space in the bed area, and we've lined that with the Marathon tweed fabric, and you've got the CRL awning style windows with a bug screen integrated into them. Coming over to the sort of head sleeping, yeah, so there's two reading lights over here, so one for partner, like your partner and yourself, and then yeah, a couple more of the Arctic tone windows. Yeah, so it's quite a nice area to chill out in for sure. Okay, so let's just take a quick look at the electrical system that we've got in this build. So it lives under this bench, and again, 80/20 box we've built here. We've got 400 amp hours of lithium in parallel, and then yeah, Victron components used throughout with a mixture of Blue Sea things. But the 3000 watt inverter, you got the Lynx distributor, which is like a big fuse panel for all the main gubbins down here. Obviously the main isolator switch if you're leaving the van for a period of time. Solar charger, DC to DC, and then you got a bunch of Bluetooth on-off switches here, so you can actually, through the Victron Connect app, disconnect the solar or disconnect the DC to DC. And then obviously you've got the 120 distribution, which comes over to, I don't know, the cooktop and the fridge and the hot water heater, and you can just flick these on and off. And this is a Blue Sea 120 and the 12 volts down here. So I'll just take you around the outside of the van to start with. So as I mentioned before, it's the 148 extended. The customer wanted to keep it a little more incognito, a bit more stealth, so there aren't that many external modifications. But starting here, we've got the CRL windows, which are great if you're planning on spending a winter in this, because they don't condensate. They've got the double wall insulation, plus the blinds and the bug screens integrated, which are amazing features. So a couple of those on the outside, and then obviously we've got the flares. He's sleeping east-west inside, but they've got the CRL windows on the side as well, which is a nice touch. And then up on the roof, you can probably see we've just got some 80/20 extrusion on the racking, which we've mounted some. It's got 300 watts of solar in series up there, which comes into our Victron electrical system. As we come into the back of the vehicle, you can see we've got a stoked aluminium bed frame in here. They're another Squamish-based company. They do amazing roof racks and bed frames and anything sort of aluminum. I would normally say aluminium, but for the North American market. So yeah, we've got a Stoke bed frame in the back here, and then we've got our fresh tank, which is filled from the gravity filler you just saw on the side, which is this guy, and that's 32 gallons, and then it's more like a 25-gallon grey water tank. But they've both got level sensors in them, so we can monitor where we're at as the water gets used. And then just a bunch of storage back here, obviously, for all his toys.